Hello my wonderful kids, I'm back with another session and how are you? I hope all of you are doing really great and this is your teacher Nana. And everyone, welcome to Swiflearn. Swiflearn is India's most sincere learning destination for the classes 1 to 10. Here we are providing 100% live and interactive classes and personalized attention batch with maximum 6 students. And we have dedicated academic mentor team to track and work on students' progress, and we also covers the syllabus as per the exam schedule and also handling custom requests. So everyone, welcome to Swiflearn and book your free trial class today itself to get ready to enjoy the art of learning with Swiflearn. So everyone, let's have a quick look at our key features such as detailed progress reports, Swiflearn academic test series, and you can take unlimited practice tests from Swiflearn, and we have subjective tests for school exams as well. So why are you waiting? Get ready and book your free trial class today itself. Alright, and if you are new to this channel, please subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can find a lot of important updates from Swiflearn, and we are providing academic and non-academic interesting topics as well. And this is part 3, states of matter. So let's look at the objectives for today, such as separation of liquids from solid and air current and ventilation. And these are the 3 topics we will learn within this chapter, and be positive and have fun. So let's quickly recall the previous chapter. So in the previous class, we have learned about the solubility of water with different solids and liquids, right? Yes. And we also discussed about the changes like physical changes and the chemical changes of these matters. So these are the things we learned in the previous chapter. Yes. So what is the solubility of substance in the water? So solubility of a substance is its property to dissolve in some other substance to form a mixture of uniform nature. So when we will mix salt or sugar with the water, and we can find a mixture with uniform nature, right? So that is the solubility of substance in the water. And do you remember water is the universal solvent, right? Yes, because it is capable of dissolving more and more substances than any other liquid. We can dissolve the ink, milk, sugar, salt, and so many more within the water. Yes. All right. So these are the physical change. When it comes to physical change, the changes in which no new substance is formed, that are known as physical change, right? So when the ice is there, right? And the ice will melt into the water, right? But there is no, no other substance is formed. Just a physical change in its nature and size and everything. So it's called physical change. It occurs when there is a change in state, size, shape and color of the substance, because the cube, okay, this is the ice cube and it will turn into the water. So the state will change. This was a solid and it became the liquid. And that is a physical change. It is a physical change because no new substance is formed. That is why, which is known as physical change. Alright. Now, chemical change. When we will mix yogurt or curd with the milk, the fermentation will take place and we will get the curd, right? That is a chemical change and that is irreversible. And the changes in which one or more new substance reacts to form a new substance or a substance break to form one or more new substance are called chemical changes. So a chemical change involves a chemical reaction which forms the new product, right? Yes, that is the chemical change. So can we separate solids from liquid? That is today's question. Can we? The boy is so confused, right? Can we answer him? Yes, we have so many ways. Mainly, we can divide the separation of liquids from solid into two categories. The first one is separating soluble solids. And the next one is separating insoluble solid. So, soluble and insoluble. These are the two methods, all right? And over here, the first one is separating soluble solids. The first way is the evaporation. Look, if we boil water, what will happen? It will start to evaporate, right? Yes. So the process in which liquid changes into gaseous state is called evaporation. So the liquid water will change into gas. So that is the evaporation. And this method is used to separate the mixture of common salt and water. And we can collect salt water from the sea, and when we will boil it, the evaporation will take place. So the water content will change into gaseous form such as evaporated, and the salt will be remained within the bottle itself. And that is how we are separating the salt and water. In this method, the mixture is heated, the liquid part of the mixture gets evaporated, leaving the solid part behind. Yes, alright, that is known as evaporation. Now, let's learn about separation of liquids from solids, that is separating insoluble solids. So, sedimentation. So, you can see a container with water and you can see some of the insoluble impurities. And the water is clear, right? So when we will put the heavy particle in the mixture settle down after water is added to is called sedimentation. So when you will take a container and we will put like particles such as sand or wooden particle, after some time we can see that the heavier particles will be settled down underneath of the container. So that is known as sedimentation. Alright, now next one is decantation. And after setting down of particles at the bottom, the water can also with the dust is removed, and this is called decantation. So once it settled down, the sediments over here, and the water can be separated in another container, and that is known as decantation. So it's very simple. Okay, all right. Now let's learn about the filtration. So we are familiar with the term filtration, right? Yes. Here we can see a funnel. So this lady is separating something through using the funnel, right? Yes. And it is the process of passing the mixture through a filter to remove the insoluble impurities from the fluid of the mixture. So it's a filter funnel. So it's impossible for the larger particles to pass through the tiny loop. And do you know, can you give one example which is the filtration, which is related to the filtration in our daily life? Can you? Yes. So example is the filtration of tea leaves from the tea by using a strainer, or filtration of muddy water through a fine filter to get the clean water is an example for the filtration. Right. Now let's learn about distillation. So this is a method of evaporation followed by condensation is used to remove soluble impurities from water. It is called distillation. Look at this one. So evaporation takes place, and after that followed by the condensation to remove the soluble impurities from the water. And we can use the water after that. That is known as distillation. And the distillation process consists of two steps. Step number 1, Water is evaporated in the distillation flask by heating. That is the first step. And what is the second step? Which is the water vapor is taken to another flask called condenser, where it is cooled to form water. The condenser is kept cool by circulating water around it. So this is the two steps which is related with the distillation, or these are the two steps which is included with the distillation. The first one is water is evaporated in distillation flask by heating. We will heat the flask first. And the next one is the water vapor is taken into another flask which is called condenser, and where it is cooled to form the water. Alright, let's move to the next slide. And salt and water can be separated in this way. And the water is collected in this way is the purest form of the water. It is known as distillated water. And we can separate the salt and everything by using this distillation method, and we can get the water, right? The purest form of the water. Alright, this is the distillation process. Now, what does the distillated water used for? We can use it in the science laboratories and car batteries. We can put the distillated water in the car batteries as well. Alright, so let's revise. So for separating big stones from the water, which separation process will be suitable? We can use the filtration, right? Yeah, we can use the filtration, or the best one is the sedimentation. Through the sedimentation, we can remove the big stones from the water. And we want to separate salt from the water. Which process will be suitable for this one? What is the first one? We can use the evaporation and define filtration. Filtration means we will use a filter to remove the insoluble solids from the liquid. Alright. Let's move to the next slide. I hope it's clear. So, what makes a kite fly in the sky? That is the question. What makes? Of course, the air and string, right? Yes. The air helps to fly the kite. But what is the air? Have you seen the air? Yes. So, the air is a mixture of different gases. So, 78% is a nitrogen, and you can find 20.9% is the oxygen, and 0.03 is the carbon dioxide, and water vapors, dust and smoke. This is the total percentage of different gases within the air, and we can consume oxygen, right? We need oxygen to survive. Yes, all right. So we inhale oxygen and exhale carbon dioxide. So what is the air current? Air current means the continuous movement of the air from hot to cold region and vice versa is called air currents, which means a continuous movement of air from hot to cold region and vice versa is called air current. All right. Let's know about the sea breeze. So, the hot air near the land rises up while the cool air from the sea blows in to take its place. This is called sea breeze. Right? Yes. Very good job and nice focus. Now let's know about land breeze, which means at night, the hot air rises from the sea and cool air blows from the land towards the sea. This is called land breeze. Here you can see the cool air from the land and warm air from the ocean. And it blows from the land towards the sea. That is called the land breeze. All right. So why do we install exhaust fan on top of the wall? So we can find a lot of exhaust fan in our kitchens and in our restrooms as well. So the exhaust fan help in the proper ventilation. So what is the ventilation? That is a big question. So ventilation means continuous replacement of the foul air with the fresh air inside a room. Right? When mom is busy with cooking and we can find a lot of, the smell and, air within the kitchen. But once she switched on the exhaust fan, what will happen? Everything will be cleared out, right? Yes. So ventilators remove excess moisture present in the air. And if the moisture is not removed, what will happen? It can cause mold or fungi to grow in our household things, which has a negative effect on our health. So it's very important to use the exhaust fan, otherwise the moisture content will remain stay, and it will lead into the development of mold and fungi, and that is not good for our health at all. And this is the value-based question. In a hot summer day, Rajiv wants to watch a movie in the nearest scenic complex. His mother wears a nylon sari, so Rajiv suggested her to wear a cotton sari. So why does Rajiv suggest her to wear cotton sari and not nylon sari? What is the answer for this question? It's because the cotton is breathable. The material is breathable, so it's good to use during the summer time. And mention the values of exhibited by Rajiv. Rajiv is very caring and loving, right? Yes. So over here, let's play an activity and let's find the questions as well. So question number 1. The process of changing water from the liquid state to the gaseous state is called which one? Condensation, evaporation, sublimation, and none of these. Which one? Yes, evaporation. Very good. The continuous movement of the air from hot to cold region and vice versa is known as air current. Right? Yes. The exhaust fan helps in the proper, do you remember? Ventilation. Very good job. Let's check the answers. And yes, very good. So the process of changing water from the liquid state to the gaseous state is called evaporation. Very good. And the continuous movement of air from hot to cold region and vice versa is known as air current. And the exhaust fan helps in the proper ventilation. So very good job for getting all the answers, everyone. And today we learned about separation of liquids from the solid, air current and ventilation. So thank you everyone for coming today. If you like this session, please like, comment and share. And if you are new to this channel, please subscribe, press the bell icon, and you will never miss any important updates from Swiflearn. Thank you everyone. Be safe at home.